client meeting or something like that, you might know the language, but if the other person is not from the US or if they're from somewhere else, right? You know how you make that subtle change to
Yes.
get to that level? It's almost like that.
Okay.
I think
Makes
that's the
sense.
best way to put it across.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since that was the first step, my confidence was already high. And I was like, okay, these people are going to give me the answers, right? And then the next thing is I tell them, okay, what do I do to become a yogi? And then the answer that I got was, what makes you think you're not a yogi?
Okay.
You're already doing everything,
Mhm.
right? Um, and then they were like, you are a sadhaka. Sadhaka is a practitioner,
Mhm.
right? So what are you doing? Just keep doing that. That's all it is.
Okay.
And when you have distractions, realize what is the distraction and realize whether it is going to fit into the grand scheme of things for your goal, for your objectives or not. If it is not, chuck it aside. If it is going to fit, explore that idea of it. See how exactly you can fit that piece in your puzzle.
Hmm.
So, and those answers, right, as normal as they sound, right, when the right person tells you that answer, I think that's when you realize, okay, this is the answer that I'm seeking, and this is the answer that I got. And hence, this person is enlightened being. Or, in a fun or comical way, maybe you won't get enlightenment until you spend like $3,000 to go to Himalayas, and that's when you find it. Whichever approach suits you.
So, what you said you were seeking for some answers. If I'm not overstepping, what answers were you seeking?
I think the question that I still struggle with, and a little bit, it's reduced, right? It's like, who am I? Who is this person? Because the name that I have is not something that I chose.
Mhm.
The body that I got is not something that I chose. The lifestyle that I have, right? As much as we think that it is something that I chose, it is not. Right?
Hmm.
There's so many other factors that are contributing to everything that you have in your life right now. So even that is not your own, right? So if I have to remove all of these societal conditions, if I have to remove each and every single uh, bit of my existence, what am I left with? Who am I? I think when you find that answer, or the person who found that answer is the
Is the enlightened being.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Again, much of my knowledge comes from like meeting people, and some of it also comes from YouTube as well.
Mhm.
So I also struggle with this question, who am I? I've not gone into deep, like, spirituality like how you have, but one of the videos said, if you know the answer of who am I or what life is,
Mhm.
I think it's the end of the world.
I think it's the end of your purpose in the world.
Yes.
Oh, it's the beginning of a new journey. It depends on how you look at it.
Now you added a new twist to it all.
See, because it depends, like, how do I say this? As a kid, growing up in India, I'm sure you had this experience because every single person that I met with has this experience, right? It's like when you're in your 10th grade, remember how your parents tell you,
10th, it
once you
is.
get your 10th, your life is
Yes,
set, all right?
exactly.
Is your life set?
No,
Is your life set now?
no.
When is your life going to be set?
I mean, I'm trying to still figure out.
Exactly. I think the process of enlightenment is also the same thing. You try to go out, figure out who am I. Once you figure that out, it's like, okay, I figured out who I am. Now, who is Shiva? The next question, the perpetual question of eternity starts coming in. So it's a never-ending journey.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So that's the answer that you are trying to seek.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And when you figure out who you are, when you figure out
If
if and when you figure out who you are, and if and when you figure out who Shiva is, then you start trying to maybe establish a connection between what is the connection between me and Shiva, or what is the connection between me and Jesus, or what is the
Mhm.
connection between me and Allah, whatever it is, right? Of all the things in the universe, why did this being or this force think that it was important for me to be in this world as well,
Hmm.
right? It's like, what are the odds? I mean, um, from a pure reproduction perspective, one in like what 100,000 or 1 in 1 million sperm cells needs to hit the ovary, and that's when you are born,
Right.
right? So when you think about it, your existence is a lottery,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Just being born.
Just being
Just
is a
being born.
lottery. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like a golden chance. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
because of their circumstances, and that's to their own, perception. I'm not going to blame them, right?
Okay.
But it can be coincidence that so many people have this golden lottery, right?
Yeah.
So what is the force that is running behind this golden lottery? I think that's the perpetual question to ask.
Interesting. It's a nice way to put it across. Yeah. I mean, I'm exploding with so many thoughts already. Anyways, going back to the yoga part, so that's how you started yoga. That's how you started practicing yoga. And what age was that roughly?
So when I first started doing yoga, again, this is going to be interesting, right?
Mhm.
And this is going to so when I first started doing my yoga postural practice, I was 4 year old.
4 years.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Okay.
like I said, in Satsai Vidyavihar,
Yeah.
they would
Yes.
engage you in classes
Correct.
like these,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Correct.
And I had the luxury of also going to like Bhagavad Gita classes and things like that. And when I was 6 in my first grade, I actually won a Bhagavad Gita recital
Oh
competition.
wow. Uh
My family members believed it. They were like,
huh.
this guy and winning. It's just because he's the teacher's favorite student, he just got it. But whatever it was, it started instilling that feeling in me. It's like, okay, I'm able to recite these things, right? Again, I don't believe in coincidences anymore, right? It's like there is something that is guiding you towards a path.
Okay.
You can't always have coincidences. Once is a coincidence. Second time, maybe. But when it's starting to happen over and again, right? Either you are actively seeking it or whatever it is seeking you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why your paths are like converging at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think yoga for me is as
That
such as
interesting. One question: do you believe in luck?
no,
Okay.
I don't believe in luck. As a matter of fact, uh, you speak Kannada, right?
I speak Kannada.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
What do we call luck in Kannada? Adrushta?
Adrushta.
Yeah. Let's break down that word,
Mm-hmm.
right? What is drishti?
Vision. Like yeah,
What is adrishti?
probably opposite of
Opposite of it, right?
yeah.
So luck is something that you have not imagined. That's all there is,
Luck is something you have not imagined.
or visualized.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
It is always there. You just did not see it. That's all there is to it.
Okay. Amazing way of putting it across. Okay. Interesting. I just asked that question because you said there's no coincidence, and that led me to that thing. Oh, you started practicing yoga when you were 4. You led through it.
And then after that, um, so from 4 to like 8, I was pretty okay at it. I was able to do back bends and I was
Mhm.
able to sit in posture even, when I was a
Mhm.
4 year old. But I think that most of the 4 year
Yeah.
olds can do. They
Yeah.
have like extreme flexibility, right?
Exactly.
And then afterwards, Ritik Roshan happened when I was in my teenage.
Mm-hmm.
And I traded yoga for like, looking
Dance.
aesthetic looks and, everything. And then afterwards, I was like, clearly, I'm having a pretty good physique and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still in pain. I'm not flexible,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I want to increase flexibility because what good is a fantastic physique when I'm not able to sit comfortably on the floor?
Right.
What good is this body if I'm going through like shoulder pain and waking up with like pain every single day when I
Mm-hmm.
wake up in the morning? Um, and this is for all the viewers and everyone, right? Most of the celebrities who actually do strength training also incorporate flexibility as well
Into their
regime.
fitness. Is it?
Yes, absolutely,
All of them.
absolutely. Most of them.
Okay.
Whether you take it Chris Hemsworth or even Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Mhm.
He's in his recent podcast. He's like, well, I'm trying to change the way I work out.
Mm.
People always change the way they work out based on what their body is telling them. So don't just blindly follow an idol. Look at their lifestyle as well.
Hmm.
I think that's the key if you're trying to metamorph into something that you have a goal towards being.
Interesting. So yeah, you wanted to get back into more of flexibility, then you started doing more yoga.
Yeah.
So is there I'm trying to think questions more about yoga here. Is so I'm not flexible as well.
You're flexible.
You think so?
It's just going to take a little bit of time. That's all.
Okay.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, your fingers are already flexible.
Okay. If you put it across that way, yeah. But when I bend in the front, I cannot touch my feet.
It's
So
because you have not practiced it,
okay.
right? How okay. Let's put it this way, okay? Starting today, okay, every day when you take a shower, just do a forward fold. Just try to bend and touch your toes
Mhm.
every single day. Okay. And do that for like 25 breaths when you're in the shower.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you will start realizing, okay, I'm increasing my flexibility. Everything in life is practice and consistency. That's all there is to it.
Got it. Got it. And what would you suggest? Like, is there any kind of age or any kind of sort of like, how do I put this across without coming across in a different way?
No, go
If
bring it on in
uh,
the way you want to bring it on.
if anybody has any sorts of disease or any sorts of thing,
Mhm.
should they avoid? Is there any people who should not do yoga?
No, but there are certain postural practices, and
Mm-hmm.
there are certain now you get to enter a new word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kriyas
Mm-hmm.
that a person should not be doing when they're going through a certain state of mind or
Okay.
when they're going through a certain state of physiology.
Certain state of mind and physiology. Okay.
Yeah, a woman is on a heavy bleeding day
Mm-hmm.
of their cycle, right? Don't do an inversion on that day.
Okay. Okay.
It's common sense when
Okay.
you think about it, right?
Makes
So
sense. Yeah.
things like that. You find all these rules clearly documented way back in the
Mm-hmm.
Veda, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people think that you'll find the answers to the postural practice in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, but no. To understand more about the practice of the posture, pick up this book called Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
Hatha Yoga Pradipika.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That will tell you about what a practice of asana is. It breaks down each of the things. Now, the practice that I do is called Mysore Ashtanga.
Mm-hmm.
So it's we spoke about it, right?
Yes.
Yep, yep. And it was by Sri Patavi Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a lineage,
Okay.
like I said, right? Because I want to have the authenticity. I don't want to just go into like random classes and then every day there's like some random posture over there. I for some reason my mind is not tuned to it. I need to have consistency. So the practice that we do is the same exact postural practice every day in the morning.
Got it.
You do it first thing in the morning, and then the rest of the day is yours.
Got it. Got it. My question here is like, what are the different kinds of yoga? You said about your practice of yoga. So, what are the different kinds of yoga?
So yoga in itself does not have different styles per se, right?
Okay.
It's the lineage that has different styles.
Okay.
So, okay, let's put it. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a counter question to
Uh-huh.
this. What do you think is the word yoga mean?
I personally feel yoga means stretching.
That's incorrect.
No,
Mm,
yoga means moving your body according to a breath.
Incorrect.
No? Okay. I
Let
go.
me let me go.